and we're recording it too. So hello everyone, Mary Lou Andre back again with another edition of Beyond Dressing Well Live. I am so excited to be back and see so many of you joining us for another really cool program, if I don't say so myself. So tonight's program is the high and the low of special event shopping. We have not done a shopping show in a while. And last week, for all of you that were on last week's program, we did a brand new program called The 7 Ways Not to Give Up on Your Style. And me and Sarah and Jen and Kathy had an opportunity to chat with a lot of people that were on the show last week. I have been connecting with people about our next Stellar Style cohort. And it was really interesting when I asked about what of the 7 tips and strategies that we shared last week. And if you missed it, you can always catch the replay. For me, the thing that kept coming up over and over were people saying that they were really just unprepared, and how their takeaway from last week was committing to be doing more planning in their wardrobe so that they felt more in charge of their style. And again, so much of our message is that all of this can be taught. A lot of it's mindset. And you got to go slow to go fast. And a lot of times the devil's in the details. A lot of times it's the planning. And it really upsets us when people give up on their style because they feel like they don't have the gene or they don't have the time. All of this is in your control. So what I thought I would do, taking that feedback from last week where people said, the planning piece is something that I'm really going to pay more attention to. I also wanted to do a program on events, just because I don't know about you, but weddings, reunions, of course, you guys know that I just came off a huge month with 2 college graduations. I thought I would connect the 2 concepts, the planning and the shopping for special events, and do tonight just on that. So I always feel like so much has happened in a week. Wednesday comes so fast. But here in my house, and I did want to show you some of the graduation outfits I put together and where I found them. So I thought I would kind of add and use some of my graduation looks as the visual reinforcements tonight. And you know, boy, what a difference a couple weeks make. I packed my son Tim up Sunday. He's in Europe. He did not get to go on his college abroad trip. So he's with 10 guys over in Barcelona. But boy, did he make me proud. I was watching him pack, and he was did it all on his own. And he had flip-flops, nice shoes and sneakers. And I had said to him a long time ago, when I used to pack his bags, do the 1 bottom to 3 tops. Marianne Corcoran, I see you nodding up there. That was one of the tips that you shared last week. So it was just so thrilling to, they really grow up, and he really didn't need much help from me to pack his bags, but of course I wanted to help. And then my other guy, John, started his first day of work. He's living at home, was on Monday. And to see him come home on Sunday, get a haircut, wash his car, get prepared. So much of life is being prepared. And I'll never forget my good friend, June Tarter, who I think June might be on the call tonight too. She worked here with me for many, many years. She was just one of us. She was the first stylist. And I remember chatting with her, and we've become, dear friends. She always said that her secret weapon was preparation. So when I watched John do that, and then the next morning he was up so early, he was nervous, he was pacing, he looked like $1,000,000, haircut, clean shave, beautiful clothes, really knows how to dress. And he was asking me, should I wear a sports coat? Should I not? And I said, John, what I always say to my clients is, if you don't have it, sometimes you wish you do, but if you bring it, you can at least take it off. And he's in sales. He's in person 5 days a week. And so he left with the jacket on. He was getting his picture taken too. So I said, it's nice to have the jacket and the shirt, no tie, but a nice dress shirt. So then yesterday he goes for day 2. He made it back for day 2. Woo! And he had the sports jacket again. And I said, oh, I said, you're wearing the jacket again. And he said, the president and my boss both had sports coats on. And I thought, wow, never know what they get from you, but it goes back to that preparation piece. And man, he's got his work cut out for him. It's a tough job, but he is really doing some of the things that are so easy to do, which is the preparation, the first impressions, showing up. We had a whole program a couple of weeks ago with Karen Marinella. If you missed that one, that was one of my favorites of the year, showing up. So tonight, I'm taking the showing up. I'm taking last week's theme of commit to the prep and adding in the fun show and tell and the shopping to give you all, again, a few extra tips. You know what we say, we're here to give you 2 or 3 things that resonate with you. And again, when you show up, we show up, and we are happy to share. So we do have a cheat sheet tonight. Sarah's in the Facebook group. Hello, Sarah. Jen Coletti and Maria are over here on Zoom with me. They're going to send it at the end of the program, but it does capture 7 of the strategies. I really thought, like, how do I approach this personally? How does the team approach it? How do we coach people in stellar style? And how do I coach my private clients to really nail that special occasion wardrobe? Because a lot of people, it slips. And again, we're all about empowerment, not second guessing yourself when you leave the house, and not giving up on your style. So this is what we're going to cover tonight. Of course, we are enrolling for our summer session. Summer school is in session starting next Monday night. We have a couple of folks. I see them. I see Eileen. I see Marianne again. I see Margaret Cunningham. We're going to ask them to say a couple of words at the end of the program about this fabulous program. But if you're really looking for a roadmap, if you're looking for someone to take your hand and walk you through our methodology completely, come up with your shopping sequence for you. So much of that program is a done for you science. These gals are going to share some of the reasons why they're glad, to quote Marianne from last week, they got off the fence and jumped into that program. Okay, so I think those were my announcements. Last week's winner was Lois Heath. She won the $250 gift certificate. I saw Lois sign up tonight. Welcome back, Lois. And the beautiful topper from our friends over at Top It Off, Sarah awarded that to a new person in our community, first live last week, and Sarah's already had a connect call with her. Again, we offer anyone in our community a 20-minute style connect call to just find out about you, give you some tips and pointers, opportunity for you to learn about how we can customize a lot of what we do. But the topper went to Sarah's client. I think her name was Tina, up in Lowell. So those were my announcements. Okay, so let's dive into the program. Tip number 1 is the art of pre-planning. I'm not going to spend too much time on this because we did cover it a little bit last week. But when I say last week was know that planning matters. So once you got that, which so many of you told me that you really took that as your takeaway, now it's going one step further to the art of pre-planning. So what I do personally is I make it on my calendar. I have some annual rituals where I'm able to add really awesome pieces to my special event after 5 wardrobe. One of them is the sack sale in Boston. I get that on my calendar every year, and I always pick up 3 or 4 pieces that become winners. Designer pieces that are too expensive in the fall, but the time January comes around when they're discounted, and then there's like another 30, 40, and then 60% off. That has been one of my secret weapons for a long time. And I'll show you a couple of the pieces that I've gotten over the years. This top, which you guys always love when I wear it, that was a Sack sale purchase. And then this beautiful lace top that I wear both I wear it a lot in January. Wear it with a black cami, black pants, and this little stellar and dot necklace looks so great with it. I really make it kind of a choker, but I have this hanging in my closet because it always comes in handy. So the Sack sale. I'm going to show you when I get into my graduation attire, a couple other pieces that I actually wore for the boys' graduation. Another one of my kind of the art of pre-planning is, as you guys have been on the show for a while, you know that I go to Sarasota to visit my mom every March. And I've got about 3 killer boutiques down there. So I take a lot of time. I have a blast. I go by myself. This year I got tons of stuff for the boys' graduation, but I'm always looking at my calendar. Graduations, funerals, God forbid, you know, part of it is to have things to wear to a funeral, to weddings, to graduations, to reunions. My husband and I have an annual trip in the fall that we take. So it's knowing your calendar, and that's why I call it the art of planning, because you can kind of pick where you want to go. I went over to the Rent Them outlets recently. That's another one of my things that I do when I have time, and I'll get into a couple of that as the program unwinds. Even with an example with a client, I'm working with a client right now that has a very public profile. And when I was going through her things recently, actually we went to the Sack sale, so that's interesting. She really needed in her position, I hate to say it, but really she had to be ready for funerals. She's kind of a dignitary and she does that kind of stuff. And we bought her a beautiful, it was St. John, didn't look really St. John. It had some really, and she's like, do I really need this? And I'm like, that's one of the holes in your wardrobe, and you're going to be glad that you have it when something comes up. She travels, it has to pack. So that's what I mean about the art of pre-planning your wardrobe. And then another friend, Alexandra Tosick, she's been on this show. She had a very senior job at Fidelity for years and years and years. She ran the marketing department. She had 5 or 6 events every year with the same people that she had a dress for. So we used to do a lot of January. She got a lot of stuff on Rue La La. We went to consignment stores, but she was always on the hunt for those after 5 work appropriate cocktail dresses. So again, just trying to plant some seeds. A lot of this is mindset. Number 2 is to adopt the treasure hunt philosophy. And again, this is in the cheat sheet. Sarah, Jen, and Maria will get it out to you. But what I mean by that is that's a way to start eliminating the stress. So the goal here is to have your standbys in your closet, your go-tos, and then you have power to run out and buy something else, because you know you have something that is wearable, but maybe it's not your favorite thing for whatever it is. But when I talk about the treasure hunt mentality, it's saying my life is such that I have an annual holiday party with my girlfriends. I go to an annual 4th of July party with my family. I'm Irish and I'm proud. I have a lot of St. Patrick's Day. Like we have a great client, Mary Courtney O'Sullivan. She pops in on these too. And she has a home in Ireland. A lot of her branding for her company is she uses her last name, and she uses a lot of Irish branding. I found her a Kate Spade bag. You guys saw it. I had it on the show. And that's what I mean about the treasure hunt. I saw that and I just grabbed it from Mary because I knew it was perfect for her. And for myself, when I say treasure hunt, I go into consignment stores, antique stores. When I'm out and about, I don't have it down here. Oh, I got it right here. You guys see, I practice what I preach. I was born on the 4th of July. This is my new white denim jacket. I have these already hung up, ready to go to the Cape. But I bought this scarf at a consignment store up here, not at the Cape. My birthday's 4th of July. We're always at the Cape. But I was like, that's a great treasure hunt item because I know I'm going to wear it. Little bags for me are treasure hunt items. I always want to have a nice bag. So I pick these up. And then when I have an event, I throw everything out. So for me, it's like the thrill of the search. I don't always want to be doing things online. And I buy these things when I see them, but they're not things that I have to commit in a big way to. They don't have to fit perfectly. They're just accessories, necklaces, scarves. Sometimes they're, this is a treasure hunt item. This dress that I bought, I was going to wear it to one of the graduations. I didn't end up wearing it because my husband thought it was so weird, but I'll find a time to wear this with girlfriends and I can make it look cute. Sarah told me to wear it, but I got nixed by the Andre men. But that was a treasure hunt find, very inexpensive, just came across it when I was out and about. Even if I take it apart and use it as a picnic table cloth, it'll have value. All right. So number 3 is, what do I got here? Oh, devote space. That is one of our big ones. And of course, in the Stellar Style program, in my book, we devote so much time to that science. So I have 2 spaces in my closet. One way in the back for my winter special occasion. I have garment bags that I put things in. I sometimes take plastic shoes and put my special occasion shoes and jewelry in there. So I always devote space. And then I have a space in my summer closet, which is in another bedroom. I live in a small home, a New England home, so I don't have one of these sprawling walk-ins, but I have one room as my closet. And I have everything organized. So I do have a lot of clothes. You guys see what I have, but I don't have all of it on top of me. So when I went to my son John's graduation, it was 99 degrees the day of the graduation. It started getting hot on Friday. I had an event Friday night in Boston, so fun, in the Seaport District. We celebrated him and his roommates. And then we had Saturday night a cruise on Boston Harbor, so fun, with the football team. My son played football. And then Sunday, we had the graduation, and it honestly was 99 degrees that Sunday. So for Friday night, I wish I brought it down. I forgot to bring it down. I wore this black sweater that I got in Florida. It had cool, cutouts. And I just didn't like the pictures. Like, I'm like, never wearing that again. I'm going to probably repurpose that or give that. I'm probably going to send it to you, Aunt Joan. I know you're usually on these calls too. I think it's better for you. But the next night I had picked out, because again, I'm a planner and I had everything racked, but this is like one of my jumpsuits that I love. I've put a little bit of weight on lately and I couldn't zip it. It wasn't comfortable. Probably could have made it work with a jacket. And it also was dark. I wore this all winter with a long sleeve t-shirt, even though I got it last fall to wear to a September warm weather event and felt great. I got, these shoes last fall to wear with it, which were awesome. They're really popular right now. These like slides with this rope. These are Dulce Vitae, I think you could say. I just wasn't feeling it. And it was like 90 degrees already. So I went to where I have my special occasion clothes. And this was something I bought at the Saks sale a long time ago, and I love it. And I wear it with a belt, and I have white jeans on, and I got these little shoes. This plastic is really trending. I will share with you where I got these in a minute. You're going to all crack up. But with this shoe, with the plastic, the white jeans, which is one of my better looks, and this neckline, and I had the belt, I had the earrings, that's what I wore. And I came downstairs and my husband was like, you look like $1 million. And it was dancing. It was super fun. And I just felt comfortable. The reason I landed on this is what I often say to myself is, what do I feel my best in when I put something on that I don't feel great in. And the last time I wore this was with black pants, but with the white jeans and the newer sandals, I felt really great. So have like, get your stuff organized. And I always say, devote the space. And then shop in your own closet first. I am not gonna, even if you've had a weight loss or a weight gain, shop in your closet first, because sometimes you can go to a look that makes you feel your personal best, and you'll say, I want to mimic that. I want to go get something similar. Or if I buy undergarments, which is my tip number 6, is undergarments matter when you're talking about any kind of shopping for special occasion. Often I always start in my closet. And we did an email a couple of weeks ago, and it was, what camp are you in? So write in the comments, when you get an invitation, do you say, hooray, I have plenty to wear? I do. I like run up to my closet. I start racking everything. If you don't have one of our racks yet, those have been selling like hotcakes. But if you don't have one of our racks, get our rack. Sarah, if you can put that up in the chat. Marie, if you can put that up in the chat. I get my rack out. I start, like, for the boys' graduations, I had Timmy's on one side, John's on the other side. I had the winter, the cold weather. I never thought it was going to be 99 degrees at Tufts University on May 22nd, but I had the really light weather, the wardrobe, whatever. I had all the options, the covering pieces, and I had the same for Timmy. Then you have people, when the invitation comes in, and they get initially excited, and then they go to their closet and it's like the abyss. They can't even pull together one, they're going on a trip and they can't even pull together one outfit, never mind 7 days. And that's, again, where the style confidence just starts to erode. And all of this is fixable. You can't do it on your own. Call me, get on a call with Sarah, get on a call with me, get on a call with Jen. We will guide you. We will give you some strategies. And if you are in a position to join us in one of our programs, to work with us privately, this is what we do, and we love it. But it's really about shopping in the closet. Again, what camp are you in? You've got it, you think you got it, but you really don't, and then it starts unraveling. Or you don't even, when that invitation comes in the mail, you don't even want to go because you're like, I can't deal with this. And I've heard so many people say that. Okay, so I want to get into some of the good shop and show and tell here. We're at 7:25, so let me go a little bit faster. But shopping in your own closet, no matter what your weight is, if you've gained some weight, lost some weight, it's always going to be your barometer. You can always go out. I said it on last week's program, and get a new black dress and wear, some special jewelry that makes you feel like $1 million. All right. Underwear matters. And then the other pieces are window shop for inspiration. So I'm going to go a little bit longer tonight, if it's okay with you. We started a couple minutes late, but I had everything I needed for the kids' graduations, but on me. And I came up with, I had a little bit of time on the weekend before. I actually had a shot for them, to be honest. So I had a little bit of time, and I hit the consignment shop in my town, the Closet Exchange, for those of you who are in Needham, and they just have, and I got the dress that I'm wearing. How adorable is this dress? I love it. It's Theory, one of my brands, and it's linen, but it's a really nice linen. I like that it's modern. It's got the pockets. It's my colors. So I grabbed this. Then the next day, I think I was driving out to Holy Cross to give my son Tim all the stuff that I bought. So I went to the Closet Exchange. I went over to Legacy Place. I did J. Crew for Tim. I did a little J. Crew for John, a little banana for the boys, scanned banana for me, nothing there. Went into Anthropologie, nothing better than what I already had. I was totally psyched about this dress. Couldn't wait to get home and play around with it. So the next day, I went out to Holy Cross, and I had time to go to the Rent Them outlets. If you haven't been over there in a while, wow. I was telling Sarah, just wow. Got there at 4 o'clock. They closed at 5. I just did a window shop. but I compared prices. I went to the theory. I knew what value I got in this dress because even at the outlets, they were more than what I paid at the consignment store. And I saw why there was a line outside Tory Burch because the shoes are really like 50% off. I didn't want to deal with those crowds though. So to me, wasn't going in there. Went and checked out, was actually telling Sarah, some of the stores down there, hadn't been down there in a while, were phenomenal. The Saks outlet, which I used to love, would much rather go to the Saks sale at this juncture in my life. Then I went over to Macy's on my way home because I was still on a shoe hunt. And I went into Macy's and they're open until 9 o'clock on Sunday. Who knew? But the two things I wanted to share is I hit the shoes, I hit the dresses, because at this point I knew there was a heat wave coming, a really big heat wave. But I heard a girl crying in the dressing room. It was right when they were closing. And I went in and the place was a wreck. There was dresses. It was really awful. And she was crying. And I said, oh my God. And I sat there and I helped her. And she said, you don't need to do this. I said, yes, I do. So I got to talking to her. I made her laugh. I helped her. And I said, I have a Facebook Live program where people come for shopping tips. I'm going to make it purposely share with you guys. If you're in the dressing rooms, please pick up. There is nothing worse than what I saw. And she said, I can't leave until this is done. She was there till midnight, trust me. So a lot of my journey, window shopping, trying things on, these people at the stores are so stressed out. They're understaffed. Be polite, smile, kindness, pick up after yourself. Those are just a couple of, I'll get off my soapbox, but I'd never honestly seen, I'd never been there at 9 o'clock at the end of somebody's shift and seen what they had to deal with. So whether you're window shopping or shopping, know that these folks are doing the best that they can. And then the last one is really pounce. This is a fun one. It's a new one for me. Pounce on your price point. So if you're out and you see something and it fits your price point, pounce on it, especially if so perfect example. I bought this dress last June. It's Kate Spade, super fun. I have not worn it, gonna be honest. I think this is getting shipped out to my sister Kathleen because she's that much taller than me. But this was on sale at Bloomingdale's for under $100. I have played with this. It's been on the lives. I've put a yellow belt, a red belt. I haven't worn it, but I said, oh, I'm gonna get this because it's my vibe. It's on sale. I have all these graduations, all these weddings coming up. That's what I mean about pouncing. Another thing, I had a memorial service last Friday for just a beautiful soul. My mom's best friend, Bobby Avery. What a beautiful ceremony. I ended up wearing the navy dress that I bought down in Florida. It was just perfect. And I bought these little shoes. I'm going to tell you where I bought all these shoes in a minute. So I'm getting off so that was another pounce purchase. Under $100 at a boutique, fit, knew I'd have the need for it because of all the stuff that was going on. And my other pounce, so that this is where it's funny, and then I'll start to wrap up. So all of you guys inspired me about a month ago or 6 weeks ago, and I can't believe who in the chat started it. We were talking about frugal fannies. So I have it on my list to go to Frugal Fannies. Oh my goodness, people, the damage I did at Frugal Fannies. So off I go, crazy me, the Thursday before all this craziness is happening in my house. Like graduation 1 is kicking off Friday. It's Thursday night. It's pouring rain. I'm like, I'm not going there on a Saturday or Sunday. I went at 7 o'clock at night. They closed at 9 and off I went. I was all ready for graduation, everything. Gifts wrapped, photos, balloons, cupcakes, you name it. It was done. And I'm like, I don't love the dress I have for John's graduation because it's going to be 99 degrees. So I went to Frugal's to check out the dresses. And by the way, definitely there was a lot of mother of the bride. They're definitely capitalizing on wedding season. Have to say I didn't see a ton, but I grabbed this dress. I already got it dry cleaned. Little shout out to my buddies at Anton's Cleaners. But this dress was so darn inexpensive. Sarah, I can't remember. I told Sarah, like ran home and was like taking pictures. I think it was $42. But I knew I had these expensive Tory Burch sandals. So I thought, even if I find a dress that's a little on the cheaper side, if I bring it up, if I elevate it with a better shoe, I'll feel great. And I wanted a block heel. So this is my dress. It was in all the pictures on Facebook. It had the purple in it. My son Timmy went to Holy Cross. It kind of matched this dress. So I didn't get the dress till the very end. What I did was I really did a shoe shop over there. And I went, like, I haven't done this in forever, since my Filene's Basement days. I don't really go to DSW, but I had the time. There's great music over there, and I went every single shoe. I got these adorable shoes. How cute are those? How great do they look with this dress? So I wore these with this dress to the baccalaureate mass at Holy Cross. So cute. I had discovered this handbag that I wore a gazillion years ago, had taken it out, one of my favorite bags, and I was on a mission to get shoes that matched the bag so I could wear them with this dress. If I needed to be a little more formal, I can wear them with the navy blue. I also need some shoes I can wear with crop pants. Honest to goodness, people, these are naturalizers. They were about $40 and I wore them last Friday to the memorial service. I was in these all day. They did not hurt. They were great. They matched the bag. Of course, I went shopping with the bag. I have an eye for color, so I knew these shoes. Aren't they fun? These are a pound's purchase. They fit. These were not super cheap. These were a little bit more expensive for Frugal Fannies, but I just wanted to thank all of you guys for getting me over to Frugal Fannies. Not sure I'll go back too much. It was a lot. It was a line when I was there. There was a line at 9 o'clock. These were the shoes that I had been wearing with some of these colors. And I don't think I can ever, I love these shoes. They're so pretty to look at. I don't think I can wear these again. But I got these. So, and that's where I got these little Anne Klein numbers too, which are so, I wore these and danced all night on that boat. So that is my program. For those of you that have to hop off, it is a little after 7:30, please do. But now I wanted to bring up some of our Stellar Style graduates. We are in full on enrollment right now. Welcome to Barbara, who joined today, and Nicole, who joined today. And the team, we're making room. This is our summer session. Summer Style School is in session, and we have one of our biggest cohorts last June. It's a great time of year to come together. So, things slow down a little bit for some of us in the summer. So if you've been on the fence, as my friend Marianne would say, and this is a better season for you, by all means, get on my calendar, get on Sarah's calendar. We are excited to kick that off next Monday night. And they're all recorded, so if you have to miss a session, don't worry about it. It's 2 sessions a month, 6 to 7 Monday nights, every other Monday. You're paired with a stylist. If you like what I'm sharing, if you want us to hold your hand to motivate you to get in that closet and say goodbye to the things that no longer serve you, look at your life, look at your calendar with your own stylist, and these girls are amazing. And then plot and plan where your holes are, how you really can nail your fit, how you can develop your own shopping sequence that fits your budget, fits your lifestyle, how to shop better online, how to make the most of consignment stores. Whatever it is, you will be paired with a stylist who will lead the way. So let me bring up Eileen. Do I see Eileen on that camera? Eileen is one of our Stellar Style gals. One of the best part of this program is that you make friends with all these awesome people. And Eileen is on her second time taking the class. So hello, Eileen. Can you
how are you?
what drove you to enroll in the program?
So I'm on the second round. So I did it last fall and I absolutely loved it. And Jen is my stylist. And I am doing the second round, which is finishing up in a couple of weeks. And I'm also doing the Stellar Style Inside Out, which has been really amazing. So my style was always extremely preppy, like cable sweaters and golf shirts with the collar turned up and khakis and the whole bit. Jen's going to be very proud of me. I now have 2 pairs of white jeans, 2 pairs of black jeans, and 2 pairs of navy jeans that are all very slim that I would never, I've never worn white jeans in my entire life. I'm 65 years old and I'm starting to wear white jeans.
Go on, awesome.
Yeah, and today, so I'm going through my last fall, I went through my closet and did a lot of cleaning out going into the winter. And now I'm looking at what I've got going into spring and summer. And I'm realizing that, first of all, I'm now a size 10. I used to be an 8. I'm getting rid of the 8s. It's like having them just sitting there is making me crazy. I've changed my style of shoe. I've changed who my retailers are. So I'm still really a Land's End LL Bean, but now I'm finding that Talbot's, especially because I'm so close to the outlet, is a really, really good place to go. And I'm looking at more of like the whole top to bottom. Like I never in my life would wear black on top, black on the bottom, and then something underneath it. And I think recently I posted a picture. I went to a gala for my high school and I just felt so comfortable in the outfit that I put together. And a lot of it was Jen just guiding me through.
Great. And Eileen wore like a black top, black bottom, and showed this beautiful.
It was like a shrug.
Yeah, like beautiful, which looks so Jen, by the way. Jen.
Oh my God. Oh yeah, it was. I picked it up at Marshall's one day. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool, and I had no idea what I was going to wear for it.
Yeah, Marshall's is another one of those drive-bys, like inspiration.
So I worked in Marshall's for 15 years. When you talk about cleaning up at the end of the night, that was my nightmare. It was like all the stuff that you had to clean up when everybody dropped everything with the store. But I found it at a Marshall's and I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. And I was kind of thinking Jen would be really proud of me. And when I found out I was going to the gala, I pulled that out and was like, okay, I have to do the black to black, top to bottom. And I was so comfortable in that outfit.
And that brings up, that really highlights our point from last week's show on how to not give up on your style. You know, if you've got a black dress, a black top, a black skirt, a black pant, like that artistic canvas, and then throwing the scarf, throwing the jewelry, that somehow, I've done that so many times with people that are not comfortable in their weight. They don't want to, they're like a little afraid of color. There's little tiny steps that you can make. And Eileen, thank you. And any words say to anyone that's on the fence is my new motto. Anybody, anything you can say to anyone that, because we've been running a program now for 2 years, and there's been a lot of you that have expressed interest. Anything that you would say to somebody that might be on the fence thinking about your advice?
I would say take a chance and invest in yourself, because it's the best thing I've done in the last year.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And Eileen's also to our sister program, Stellar Style Inside Out. Once you go through the 90-day program, it's a beautiful program that allows you to continue working with your stylist. And we do a master class with our incredible community of experts. We have summer hair coming up. We did a makeup one recently. Next week, we're doing how to manage difficult conversations. So it's all tied to personal presence, when you feel good about yourself, taking new risks, experimenting with makeup, learning to do your hair differently. We've had travel planners come in to help plan your dream vacations. We even did some visionary work in January. So thank you so much, Eileen. Margaret Cunningham, I'm going to call on you next. How are you from Chicago? Oh, you're on mute, Margaret. Oh, you're on mute, Margaret.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yep, I can.
Good, good. It's good to see you and everyone, and you look fabulous. I had a success story. My sister-in-law invited me to join her on a Viking cruise. She called me on Friday and I left the following Tuesday. So I just did a quick run through the mall and I said, nope, I can do this. I went into my closet and I put together a wardrobe for the cruise.
Oh my, Margaret, did you tell Jen that?
No,
Oh, Jen is on. Jen, you must be beaming. Oh my goodness. Sarah's beaming too. You were, wow.
The
So
only thing I regretted was I didn't have a bigger suitcase.
Ah!
I would have brought more. It was so much fun. And I
Oh.
got compliments on what I was wearing from, some of the other guests. So it was great. So I think it's all about gaining confidence. I really do. You can go to a store and maybe get a personal stylist, but she's only going to sell you their merchandise. Whereas when you have a stylist through Stellar Style, they come into your closet. I mean, literally, Jen came into my closet and I tried on so many outfits. So if you're on the fence, I would say talk to Mary Lou, talk to Jen, talk to Sarah, and then go home and think about it because it was really worthwhile.
Wow. Thank you so much. Boy, you're saying so many good things there, Margaret. Thank you so much. One question, what would have happened if you got an invitation on a Friday to leave on a Tuesday previously? Like what would your mindset have been around your clothes and make all that?
I would be at the mall for days.
Wow.
I would feel I don't have what I need.
Yeah.
And I realized, Jen helped me realize I really did have what I needed.
Wow.
Even like this top, the reason it works is these little cap sleeves. Well, I've learned that works, not sleeveless for me, but the cap sleeve. So I think and what's nice is it's more fun shopping because I'll go and not buy anything because I didn't need it. But when I see something, wow, it'll add so much to my wardrobe.
Wow.
Plus, I went to the shoemaker the other day and had my belts. I had extra holes put in my belts. And that's great. Look at how cheap that is.
Sarah's tips. That's one of Sarah's tips. Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Margaret, thank you. I mean, there's just so much good stuff that you're sharing here. And I mean, this is why we do what we do. It's the planning. And I totally get that, Margaret. I go out a lot of times, like that's what I said on the handout. If you guys just put cheat sheet, and Sarah and Jen and Maria will get this to you. It's really go to your closet first.
Yeah.
Again, regardless if you've gained weight, lost weight, or the same size, because that's where the security blanket comes on.
Mm-hmm,
And like I love actually shopping relaxes me. I know I'm not the norm, but it's eye candy. And I love when I can just like go to the outlet and look around, grab something because I know the brand works and it's exciting and I have things that work with it. But honestly, when people get invitations and their anxiety overshadows the excitement of that trip, to hear you say you wish you had a bigger suitcase. Oh my goodness, that is my takeaway for tonight. So I think we're going to wrap. We have Marianne. Did you want to say anything else, Marianne? You did a beautiful share last week. Is there anything else you would like to share? You're on mute, Marianne. Oh, you're on mute, Marianne.
And we can, okay. I'll just echo what I said last week and what Eileen has said. It's like, it's an investment in yourself and you won't regret doing it. I'm a repeat taking this again. I'm in the, Stellar Style Inside Out, and it's just they're both just fabulous programs and they're very rewarding any way you look at it. So take a chance. You won't regret it.
Oh,
You won't.
thank you. Okay, so we are going to wrap up. We went a little bit later, but we are in enrollment period. So we do like to give people an opportunity to hear from our graduates. Again, Sarah's calendar, my calendar. I'm always in the office on Thursday, as you know. I got a busy day on Friday, but always make time for you. And I'm actually around on the weekend too. If somebody wants to talk to me on Saturday, I'm happy to do that. So we're kicking off Monday night and we do have room and we have a fabulous team, and Sarah and Jen, Kathy Smith is involved in that program as well. And just a thank you to all of them, because I just, it's my job to explain and to motivate. It's really their job to take everybody's hand and lead them. And they just do a beautiful job with that. So that is our program for tonight. I hope I hit my target. Woo! Another brand new program, 2 in a row. But I hope I gave you all something to take away, something new to think about. And next week, we have a great guest. There is a beautiful store called Island Pursuit. I think there's 13 of them around the country. There's one in Chatham at the Cape. There's one down in Florida. There's a couple in Florida, South Carolina. But we have one of the owners coming on, and she's going to give us a history behind some of the iconic brands. Lily Pulitzer, think of some of the iconic summer brands, Tommy Bahama, the actual history behind those brands, how they started. I interviewed her. I was fascinated. It's going to be a great program. And then we're going to do a follow-up show from her shop in Chatham in July. So we'll get to meet her next week. Bring your questions. I think it's going to be just delightful. So thank you all for showing up. You know, when you show up, we show up. We are happy to share and engage with you guys. And the replay is available right after the program. If you have others in your life that you think would enjoy this style, our brand of fashion advisory, please invite them to join us. We hit a million. We hit 1,000 subscribers, group members just a few months ago, and we're already climbing towards our next goal for this year, which will be 2,000. So we invite your help. All right. Thanks, Maria. Thanks, Sarah. Thanks, Jen. Thank all of you. And we'll see you again next week. See you later. Bye-bye.